Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing absolutely well. Guys, in this video we are going to create a simple to-do list project, okay? Or we are going to do an exercise of to-do list project in which we will be doing some particular task like adding a task to a to-do list, removing the task from the to-do list and displaying the task list from the to-do list on our screen. Okay, basically you can see on our screen what is a to-do list and what we need to perform in today's task. Okay, so while implementing this exercise we will learn different concepts like how state driven changes works in react.js. Apart from that, we will also learn the concept of map function, how it is used, and we will also learn use state. Okay, so make sure to watch the video till end so that you don't miss on any of the important stuff. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel as I regularly post these kinds of helpful videos on my channel. You can find a complete React.js playlist on my channel. Make sure to check that. I have covered a lot of practice questions and projects in that playlist. Okay, so before we start, let's understand what is the problem statement that we have for today. So see, in problem statement, the step-by-steps are mentioned here. So the first step is create a simple to-do app that allows users to add a task, okay, view a list of tasks and delete a task. Okay, these are the three tasks that we need to perform. Okay, now before we directly jump on to coding, let me show you, okay, what we are like aiming to do here. Okay, just by showing you will understand. First, what we will do, we will show a heading, okay, something like to-do list or something, okay, on the top. Then we will have an input field and then a button. Okay, button will say something, add task or something. Okay, and then the input, why this input is used for taking the input of your to do, what actually you want to add in your to do list, right? So this is for adding a new task. Okay, this input and button is for adding a new task. Now second is view a list of tasks. So for that, what we will do, we will again show a heading which will say your tasks, and then for example, if we have added 3 tasks in our task list like shopping, okay, then coding, and then anything else. Okay, so all of those tasks should display here in our task list. Okay, and apart from that, we also want to delete a task when it is completed. Okay, so what we will do, along with the task name, we will also show a button which will say done. Okay, so when we click on this done button, what should happen is this task should be removed from this list and it should not show. For example, if I clicked on this done button, then this task should be removed and it will not show in this our task list. This is the main implementation that we will show. First one is to add a task, second one is to display the task, third one is to remove it or make it complete. Okay, hope you have understood the problem statement. Now let's implement let's implement the code. Okay, so let's look at how can we achieve this. So basically we want to perform 3 tasks, that is add a task, okay, then add a task, and then remove a task, and then display a task, right? Display. Okay, so in order to do this, what I have done is I am creating a new component, that is to do list. Okay, and this is going to be a functional component, so I'm going to write const to do list and arrow function. I'm creating it as arrow function and return, and here we have a div. Okay, okay, so now I will export it as default, export default to do list. Okay, so we have set the basic structure. Now what we will do, first of all, we will give it a heading, okay, so that we understand that what we are creating. So let me give a h1 which will say to do list. Let's save it. So to do list is displaying on our screen. Now the main important thing is we need to have an input and a button. Okay, in the input we will input the task that we need to perform. Okay, so I'll write input, and input I will write, and this is of type text. Okay, and then after that I will have a button. Okay, so button, what it will say, add task. Okay, let's see. I have saved the file. So we have got our input and the task. Now to manage our input, what we will do, we will have our state. Okay, we need our state. So import use state, import use state from React, and then what I will do, I will create a state. So const, the state name is going to be to do, set to do, and then use state, and then here we will give us empty string. Okay, so saving this, how we will manage the state, simply value is equals to do, and then on change event handler we use. Okay, for and then we will write e set to do e.target.value. Okay. Okay, so if I will now try to type anything, it will get stored in my state value. Okay, now what we need is we need to display a list, right? A list of to-dos. So for that, what I will do, I will create one more state. Okay, and that state is going to be an array. Let's see how we will do it. Const to-dos is the name of my array. Set to-dos, use state, and then this is going to be an array of objects. Okay, so array of objects, how does it look like? So see, first object I'm going to create it as like it is going to have different things. Okay, it is going to have an ID first of all, and you will understand why we are having these values. Okay, in few minutes you will understand why we are having ID. And then text is basically the name of our to do. So the name of our to do, like one of the to dos is shopping, and then like we are going to have a flag value which is going to be completed, which is this is going to say it or tell us that the particular task is completed or not. Okay, so in this similar way I will have two more tasks, okay, in my to-do list. So these are like default values we are giving, okay, so that as initially nothing shows empty right now, because right now our list is empty, right? So I'm giving a unique ID value every time, and I'm adding few more tasks, okay, like coding and then playing. Okay, so I have added all the tasks now, and the completed flag is false initially for all the tasks. Now my next thing is to display it. Okay, so see how to display the task. So for that, what I will do is I will again give a basic heading so that it will be differentiable and we can understand it. So the heading will say your tasks. Okay, your task that you need to perform. Okay, which means this your task. And then what I will do now, see how what we want to display. Basically we want to display our array, right? Because this to dos is what? To dos is an array of objects. So whenever we want to display an array or map over an array, what we use map function. So to dos dot map, and then this to do, this will basically have one by one entry of to do list. And then what I will do is I will take a div. Okay, and basically why I'm taking a div, it is kind of a wrapper. Okay, so inside this I will have different things. See now what we want to display, we want the text to be displayed. So what we will say is to do dot text. Okay, when we will save this one, so now our to dos are showing, okay, that shopping, coding and playing. Now let's check our first scenario, okay, which was like when we will add a task, we have to click on this button and that task should be added in this list. For that we have to write the functionality as of now, because see we have written the button but our button is not at all functional as of now. Okay, so if I'll write anything, okay, like I don't know what task to add. So for now I'm writing like programming or anything. Okay, when I click on add, nothing is happening because I have not given any function to my button only. So for that I'll just write a on click event handler quickly, and then here I will write handle add. Okay, anything you can write, any meaningful function name you have to give. So now what I will do, I will define this function const handle add, and then the simple arrow function we are doing. Now what it will do is basically what we want, that whenever I click on this button, my to-dos list should get updated and one more entry should get added in this. Okay, so what I want to update, to-dos, right? To-dos list. So I will use set to-dos. Okay, so set to-dos I will use, and what I want is whatever my array value are there previously, keep them as it is. Okay, so for that I'm using this one. Okay, dot to dos, whatever is there in this array, keep them as it is and add one more entry newly. Okay, whenever a button is clicked. And now how one more entry will be added, basically we want to keep the same format of the new entry, right? It should have ID, it should have text, and it should have the completed flag. Now see the values of it, how we will set is ID. See, we want that ID should be unique every time. So there are different ways to take ID as unique. One of the ways is to take date.now function. Okay, whenever you take date.now function, it will definitely give you a unique value every time. Okay, so that's how I have set the ID value. And for text, what we want is whatever I am entering here in the input, that should be my text. So for that, how we are handling that input, we are handling that input using to do state. So I am going to write to do, because whatever I am writing here is getting stored in that to do. So I will just put to do here, so it will be stored in the text value. And completed I am default marking as false. Okay, and later on we will change it to true. I will show you that's also how. So I am saving this one now. Okay, now let's try to implement this one. So we have already entered the word programming. If I click on add task, you can see now my like programming word is getting entered in my task list. Now one more important user perspective thing is, UI thing is, that it does not look very good, because see we have already added a task but this programming is still showing in the input box. So I want that whenever I have added a task, then this task should not show in my input list, right? Input box. It should be removed from that. Okay. Once the task is added to the list. So for that, what I can do is simply when it will happen when I click on the button. So when I click on the button, what is happening? This function is getting called. So what I will do is once the task is added to the list, I want that set to do to empty. Okay, because we are managing the input through set to do only. So I am saving it again. Okay, and let's now try running it. So like one of the to-dos is dancing. Okay, so when I click on add task, now if you see, it is clear. So this looks a bit good, better, right? So see, we have implemented two things, that is adding a task and displaying the task. Now our next task is to removing a task. So see, in order to remove a task, we need a button, right? How we will remove it? So when we click on that button, then it will be removed, right? So for example, your task is completed, your shopping is completed. So you will click on that button, right? And then it will be removed. So for that, first of all, let's add a button. Where we will add a button? Just after our task value. So we are showing the task value using this todo.text. So just after this, I will write a button. And then I will write a button, what the button should say. So for example, I'm saying button should say done. Okay, done means your task is done. Now it is coming in different lines. So I'll give a very basic styling so that it both shows on the same line. Okay, our task now is, our like objective is not to understand CSS. Our objective is to achieve the goal of to-do list. Okay, so I'm not focusing much on the CSS part. And in order to get the CSS code, you will get it in the description box. I will leave the link over there. So see, now all the buttons and tasks are coming in the same line. Now let's implement our logic. So again, in how to implement the logic, we want that whenever the button is clicked, a function should be called. So again, I'll add a on-click event handler, and what I want is whenever I click on this button, a function should be called. So the function name is handle remove. Okay, handle remove, I'm saying, and then I'm going to pass an ID over here because this is very important, because see, we have a lot of buttons here. Okay, so we should understand which exact button was clicked. Otherwise, if this ID is not passed here, then our handle remove function will work on all the tasks, and it will just directly remove all the tasks. But we won't want that. We want that out of these tasks, a particular button is clicked, right? So we want to store the ID of that task. That is why we are passing todo.id. Let's now implement this function. So I'll just write const, and then I'll just simply write the function. Okay, and then what I'm expecting in this function as a parameter, I'm expecting a to ID, right? So I will just say done ID, any name you can give. Okay, it's fine. So now what we want based on this done ID, I want that this should be removed, right? So for that, what was the logic that we have taken? We have taken this completed flag, right? What we will just simply do is whatever the ID that we have got for a particular task, for that we will just make this completed flag to true instead of false. Okay, I'll show you how. So see, first everything what we need to do is in set to dos. Okay, because we want to change our original to dos list. Okay, so what I will do is I will map over the to dos. Okay, in my to dos list. So to dos dot map, and one by one to do I will take, and then one by one to do I'm taking, and then I'm checking if the particular to do that I have taken, for example, when I'm running this, I will get one by one entries, right? First I will get the shopping entry, then coding entry, then playing entry. So what I will check is the entry of the the ID of shopping is matching with the button that I have clicked. So just in case if I click the shopping button, right, so then it will match. Otherwise, if I have clicked the coding button, then that ID will not match, right? So first of all, we are doing that check. So if my ID of the to do is matching with my done ID, okay, if it is matching, then we have to do something. If not, then we don't have to do anything. So we will just return our whatever to do value is. Okay, for example, if I've clicked on coding button, okay, like coding done button, and if the first entry is shopping, then that ID won't match. So we don't want to interfere with that case. So we will just leave that to do's as it is. Okay, got it? So that is the case basically that I was trying to explain here. Let's see what we have to do when it matches. Okay, so see, I already told you when it matches, we have to change the completed flag. So what I will do, completed flag, make it as true. Okay, and this is done, and then see, not just completed flag to 2, but other things also we have to take care. So other things I don't want to touch, they have to be as it is. So I will just write this thing. Okay, so other things keep as it is, just complete the completed flag to 2. I'm saving it. Now if you see, when I will even now also when I will click on any done button or something, nothing will happen. Why so? Because we are not doing the conditional rendering. We are rendering all the tasks directly. Okay, but we want to do the conditional rendering. How we will do the conditional rendering is, so when I am iterating over my to-do list, okay, I want that only show the task values which has the value false and not the true, because false values means what? Your task is not done yet. So that's why you are showing that. And if the value becomes true, then remove this from this task list. Okay, let's see how can we do that. So see here I was showing my task list one by one. So just before showing any task, I will do a conditional check if my to do dot completed, okay, and I will put a not value. Why not value? This says that if my to do dot completed value is false, then only run the further code. So when I save this, so see as of now initially all the values are false, so it is showing like normally. Now let's see, whenever I click on some button, the completed value will become true, and logically the true value should not show here. Okay, let's see. So I'm removing the programming thing. See, it is removed, right? Playing thing, it is again removed. Coding removed. But how it is getting removed? Understand that, because we are using the completed flag. So whenever I'm clicking on the done button, to false values becoming true, and we have done the conditional check that don't show the true values. Okay, hope you have understood this. So see, this is the major implementation of all the three things that we have to do, like adding a task, removing a task, and displaying the task values. Okay, now I hope you have understood the implementation. Now one more thing can be additionally asked to you in your interviews, that is do one more thing. Also show your completed task values also. See, you are showing your not completed task. Okay, also show in the similar way your completed values also. It is very simple how to do that. I will just copy the same piece of code. Okay, just copying the same piece of code, instead of your task I will say completed task. Okay, and I will just show my completed task list. How do I show completed task list? Simply, instead of showing the false values, I will show the true values. So I will remove this not value, and while showing the completed task, I don't want any button, so I am just removing this button thing also. Okay, so just I want to show the entries which are done. Saving this, so you can see our completed tasks were coding, playing, and programming. It is showing here, and our non-completed are showing here. So now when I click on done button, it will be moved out from the your task list and moved into the completed task list. Just notice that. See, notice it. So this is our implementation of to-do list. Hope you have understood it. Okay, and you will get the code in the description box. Okay guys, so for now we have implemented the code. I hope you found it helpful. Okay, so before we end this today's video, I have one DIY question for you. Okay, you need to answer this question in the comment box. Let's see how many of you can answer. So the question is, what happens if we replace set to do's and then to do's task with set to do's task to do's? Basically the sequence of these two, if we will change. Okay, instead of to do's and task, if we will put task first and then to do's, what will happen in that case? We have the different options. It will throw an error. Option B is new task will be added at the start of the list. Option C is new task will still be added at the end, and option D is it won't change anything. Make sure to write your answer in the comment box, because I want to see, it will be very interesting to see how you guys approach this problem, because sometimes these kinds of small questions get regularly asked in your interviews. So I thought it would be fun to assess you guys, like what you think about it. So yeah, please make sure to comment it. So that's all for today guys. I hope you found the video helpful. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Make sure to join me on Telegram and Instagram as well. You can ask your queries in the Instagram DM as well. And if you need any content, you can request it on our Telegram channel. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet, to receive all the latest regular updates. I regularly post off-campus drives and preparation related videos for placements on my channel. So that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching the video.